Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, the 26th of April. We've just had our board meeting, and it's been a quite unusual board meeting for me because I'm no longer chair of the board, I'm CEO, and we have a new chair, Phil Mail. Our new chair has been a non-executive director since January 2019, added loads of value, and now he has agreed to be our chair. So first of all, Phil, very big thanks.
It's all right, Richard.
And I think let's start off with a little bit of background. You've been in the industry since actually, you've been in the industry since before I was in the industry in '95. So let's start off with a bit of background on you.
So the first time I think I ever got involved with the internet was about 1986, where there were very few sites on the internet, to be honest, at university. We left university and started messing around with what was then dial-up. And the world was a very different place, I'm afraid. Ultimately building Zen Internet, which was one of the first ISPs. We always argue about who was the first, but certainly one of the first. And spent 10 years just playing around with dial-up internet. And the early days of broadband, interestingly enough. Zen was one of the first companies to ever introduce broadband to the UK. We did that by soldering wires together in the exchange, which was really quite scary. And then after that, telecoms. So I've been in telecoms pretty much the last 20 years, rolling out fibre networks and IP networks all across the UK and overseas.
And you're involved with a lot of different businesses now, and some in our industry, some not in our industry. And so what are your thoughts about Zen from over the, since joining as a non-exec, and what's it like sitting on the Zen board compared to different boards? And, what are the features of Zen? What are the strengths and weaknesses of Zen in the Zen board?
So I think the Zen board's a very interesting place. It's a very different dynamic from a lot of the boards I sit on. And I work in some government businesses, and I run in some businesses that are backed by private equity and very focused on delivering shareholder returns. Zen's a really nice place to be. It's a relaxed board. We work well together. I think the culture that Zen breeds and the collaboration that we have around the table is actually a bit of a breath of fresh air, to be honest. And hopefully we can continue all of that. And I think that, from just where my heart is, I think, I've always been involved in, as you say, in the internet industry, but the ISP industry in particular. And it's a sector which I think has just always interested me. And Zen's always had a place there. And you in particular, to be honest. So,
thank you very much.
So I think that appeals, and I hope I can bring some value. As I say, I've spent a fair amount of time in and around this business. I've obviously been a non-exec here for some time, and I see lots and lots of opportunity, and that's what excites me, I think, more than anything.
Fantastic, and you did a great job of chairing the meeting just now. we finished ahead of time, so very good start. And I guess I'll finish off by just saying very quickly, everyone else at Zen gets free broadband, and you pay for it. So I'm not sure how that happened. I'm not sure how we got away with that. And maybe we should relook at that now that you're chair.
I quite like the bill process is also part of the customer experience, Richard. So you've got to remember that.
Absolutely. I mean, we've talked a lot about things that are on the board, but I guess any sort of closing thoughts about the future for Zen, your vision for the future of Zen?
Look, we're living in really interesting times. I mean, we're facing a digital revolution. We've got the government talking about digital industry seriously, probably for the first time in my career that I've seen that happen. We're in the middle of a fibre rollout. It's almost a new gold rush. Zen is probably one of the last independent ISPs that's sitting around there, and we should be able to absolutely make hay in that kind of market, right? And I think that it's incumbent on all of us to be able to put our best foot forward and try and do that. And I love the people. I love the culture. I know a lot of people. They're known in the industry. Most of the people that sit here. So we've got a cracking team, and a cracking opportunity. We should be able to get on with it now.
Fantastic. Phil Mail, our new chair of the board. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard.
And thank you for watching.